Here's a little homework help for lesson 4.9. This is problem number 38, and our instructions are to find all of the zeros of this function, and there are 5 of them, and we need to identify them. So first thing I'm going to do, as usual, is if factoring is possible, we need to go ahead and do that first. There is a way to factor a GCF, x, and that makes x to the 4th minus 8x squared minus 9. Now, we said earlier that we want to resort to the rational root test if factoring is not possible. Well, this particular problem, factoring is possible. We've already seen that we can factor out a GCF, and if we notice in this parentheses, we can factor this further because there are factors of -9 that add up to -8. So this is unlike what we talked about in class today, because the rational root test really isn't necessary because factoring is doable. So I'm going to factor this as 2 quadratic binomials. Factors of -9, that would be -9 and +1. Okay, so once again, I'm going to let each of my factors equal 0 and solve. And I already know what one of the zeros is. It's 0. If I solve this little equation, I get x squared equals 9, and x is plus minus 3. So there's 2 more. Here I get x squared is -1, so x is plus minus the square root of -1, which is I. So when factoring is possible, it's much quicker and simpler. You could have used the rational root test and gone through the synthetic division process, but it's much easier to get it through factoring if factoring is possible. So that's a quick answer to number 38. Hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions.